There's a reason they check in every single day to see what you and I have going on. We're winners. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Remember that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk about the silver naysayers, the people who just can't stand the fact that you're stacking silver, because how dare you? But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' design, as well as the limited edition DYDSS Halloween tee, available in 3 different colors. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today, I want to break this video into 2 separate parts, talking about 2 different type of silver naysayers. The ones who are in your real life, your friends, your family, the people that you talk to in person about your hobbies, your interests, such as potentially a coin collection or a stack of silver bars. And then the second half of the video, I'm going to be talking about those online who have a problem with the fact that you're stacking silver, because it affects them so much. But I want to talk about this today for a variety of different reasons. I've gotten comments time and time again from people saying, how do you convince people to stack silver? Or how do you convince people that it's not a bad idea to be stacking silver? Or the word is always convince. That's the word that I always get asked about. How do you convince people to do this or to say that or to think this way? And the truth is, you don't convince anyone of anything. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Stacking silver is not about convincing anyone to think a certain way or to do a certain thing. Stacking silver is strictly only about saving money for the long term. Period. That's what it is. Very similar to saving fiat. Some people, silver's not for everybody, I guess. Just because anybody can do it doesn't mean that it's for everyone. A lot of people, well, not really, but there are people out there who save their currency. They leave it in a savings account, or they stash it away in a safe or under the bed, or whatever it is that they do. They're saving for whatever it is that they're saving for. Maybe they're saving it just to save it. Maybe they're saving up to buy a house or a car or to make an investment of some sort. They're saving it for whatever reason it is that they're saving it for. They're not saving it to convince anyone of anything. That's not what's on their mind. It's not about convincing anyone to do the things that you do or to think the way that you think. It's about saving, preserving your wealth for the long term. However, when you're brand new, it's probably the most exciting thing to think about, the most exciting thing to talk about. There are people in your life that maybe you want to introduce the concept to, maybe brother, sister, mother, father, son, daughter, aunt, uncle, your dog, doesn't matter. Whoever it is that you want to introduce silver to, you're probably going to be talking to them first, or maybe the coworkers, or maybe some of your friends, whoever it is. An exciting new hobby or interest that you have, similar to a stamp collection, or if you got into building those little model cars, whatever the hobby is, if it's an interest of yours, you're going to want to talk about it. Just human nature. That's just the way we are. We like to talk about the things that we like to talk about. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So you're probably going to want to tell some of your friends. You're probably going to want to tell some of your family members. And the biggest issue that I've seen, and also the biggest issue that I've experienced from my own personal experience, not I heard a story from a guy about a guy about a guy. This is something that I've done myself, and somewhat of a mistake that I have made, and hopefully a brand new person that's stacking silver will be able to learn from it, which is telling people that just simply don't need to know. At the end of the day, you don't really need to tell anyone. It's saving money. Sure, it's exciting. Sure, it's fun to talk about. But not a lot of people are on the same page when it comes to their finances. Not a lot of people are really on board with, number one, stashing cash away, let alone converting their cash into a precious metal that they know very little about. Now, obviously, they could do a little bit of research on their own if that's what they want to do. And at the end of the day, you can tell everybody in the world about your silver if that's what you want to do. In my opinion, it doesn't seem like the safest thing to do. I don't think that telling your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors that you have these valuable metals, silver coins and gold bars stashed away in your house, because typically those are the people who probably know when you're not home, could lead to a pretty sticky situation. But best case scenario, that doesn't happen, and it's pretty much inevitable. If you tell people, you're probably going to bump into a few who have their fair share of things to say. Same thing would happen if you were starting a business or doing this or doing that. It doesn't matter what in the world that you do. There's always going to be somebody with something to say. There's always going to be someone who wants to discourage you. Some people just aren't really capable of doing even a fraction of the things that you are able to do. Some people, I don't know if it's like an insecurity, I don't know if something's wrong, I don't know what's going on in their mind, but some people look at you or look at me or look at that guy over there or that girl over here, and they just have a problem with their productivity. They have an issue with their progress or their motivation or their drive or whatever it is that they're doing. Maybe they're very goal oriented or gold oriented, and they just can't stand it. Maybe they think it's a bad idea. Maybe they think it's a stupid idea. Maybe they think it's a waste of time, a waste of space, a waste of whatever. The good news for them is that it doesn't affect them in the slightest bit. The dollars in my pocket, the dollars in my bank account, the silver and gold coins, rounds, and bars in my safe mean absolutely zero to that person. It doesn't help them or hurt them in any way, shape, or form. Therefore, really shouldn't matter. Now, if you're going to be telling somebody about something, don't be surprised if they have an opinion that differs from yours. So the best way of combating this issue is by keeping it to yourself. There's no real need to tell a bunch of people that you're stacking silver, you're stacking gold. You can if you want to, but if you are unable to handle a different opinion or something that contradicts with your way of thinking, or something that just doesn't really add up, then just don't tell a bunch of people. Pretty simple solution. Not a lot of people need to know anyway. For privacy, safety, security reasons, you probably shouldn't be telling a whole bunch of people anyway. Well, like I said, you can if you want to, but it's probably better to tell a fewer number of people. If you're married, the spouse should probably know. If you have family members and if something happens to you, you want them to be able to access it, yeah, they should probably know, or there should be something organized so they will know, or whatever the case may be. There are some people that probably should know. It's your choice if you want to tell them or not. But everybody else, all your coworkers, your friends, your family members that you don't even live near, there's no real need for them to know. They might be a naysayer just because they don't agree with your way of thinking or your way of saving. Now, away from the in-person naysayers, I want to talk about the people online who just hate with a burning passion that we're stacking silver. These are the people who can't stand silver or claim to not be able to stand silver. Yet they show up every single day on a silver video, sharing their opinion about silver. They're watching the silver videos, they're listening to the silver topics, they're engaging in silver conversations with people in the comments. They claim to hate silver. Something tells me that's not really the case. Something tells me that doesn't make sense. Why would you engage in something that you don't like? So something tells me they don't actually hate silver. I don't know what's wrong with them, but if they're watching every single silver video, if they're bouncing from silver channel to silver channel, if they're leaving some crazy comment on my video and then they hop on over to Sal's video and leave a comment over there, and then they hop over to Overtax's video and they say something else over there, and they're subscribed to all of these silver channels and they're watching all of the silver videos and they're having silver conversations, something tells me they don't truly hate silver. Maybe they don't like the way that you're stacking the silver or the gold. I get comments about the way that I stack gold from time to time. You should see some of the comments that I receive whenever I talk about fractional gold. People start foaming at the mouth. People get so infuriated because
how dare you stack fractional gold? The premiums are a teeny tiny bit higher, and it's easy to work with. How dare you? This hurts my feelings. All of you silver stackers are so stupid, I can't wait to watch you crash and burn. You are such a moron for having a different opinion. Get off of YouTube. I hate you.
These are some of the comments that I get. And I don't know if they're necessarily silver or gold haters or silver or gold naysayers, or I don't really know what the whole deal is, but if they're watching the silver and the gold videos and they're having silver and gold conversations, they might claim to not be a fan of the precious metals, but something tells me that they actually are. And I wouldn't necessarily call these people much of a haters. I think, if anything, they're more of a fan in denial, a fan of the silver and the gold, or maybe they don't have the currency to get into it and then they're mad at people who do. Whatever the case may be, I guess you can refer to these people as the Karens of the stacking world, if you will.
This is unacceptable. I demand to speak to the manager of your coin shop. I'm going to write a strongly worded Yelp review.
Those are the people. But guess what? They're watching every single day. They're commenting every single day. They might be vocally against stacking silver or gold, but technically they're supporting it simply by watching, simply by leaving a negative comment. So is it really being a naysayer, or is it being a supporter in denial? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. But at the end of the day, no matter what is said, it could be the most ruthless, brutal opinion that someone has ever shared. At the end of the day, guess what? What other people think of you or the things that you do is none of your business. That's how I see it. What that guy over there thinks of me, none of my business. What that guy over there says about me on a little anonymous account, hiding his name and hiding his face, none of my business. What people think of me is none of my business. What people think of you is none of your business. That's the way I've seen it for the last couple of years, and that's the way I've seen it long before the silver and the gold. It doesn't matter. Because guess what? What he says or what she says does not affect my stack. It does not affect the way that I go about stacking. It does not affect my ability to head on over to the coin shop or to place an order online and get even more silver and gold. It doesn't harm me in any way, shape, or form. And not only that, there's a reason they check in every single day to see what you and I have going on. They study what we're doing. They study how we're doing it. They read each and every one of your comments, hoping for someone to be upset that spot price went down a penny just so they can celebrate the quote-unquote failure.
Haha, look at you. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out today.
There's a reason that they go to Sal's videos and talk about how they can't stand his voice. There's a reason they go to Overtax videos and talk about how they hate that he shares his political opinions. There's a reason they come to my channel and talk about how they don't like how I push positivity, or how I encourage people to think outside of the box, or that I try to sell a t-shirt or raise money for charity. There's a reason that these people fixate and focus so heavily on us and what we're doing. Because what are we doing? We're winning. We're winners. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Remember that. That's a quote that I've been living by for a really long time. And guess what? I think we're on the path to winning. The silver and the gold, stacking the silver and the gold, regardless of how much you're stacking or how much you are able to stack or how frequently you are able to add to the stack, regardless of what you're doing or how you're able to do it, I truly, genuinely, wholeheartedly believe that we are on the path to success and victory and winning. I don't know for sure. I'm not a psychic or a financial advisor, so don't take this as financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But I'm curious to know, everybody watching this right now, what are your thoughts? What do you think of everything that I shared in today's video? Have you ever encountered a rabid silver naysayer out in the wild? Someone that gets so bent out of shape at the fact that you're stacking silver because how dare you?
How dare you stack silver? How dare you make your own financial decisions? How dare you attempt to preserve your wealth for the long term, to protect yourself, protect your finances, protect your family, or protect whatever in the world it is that you're trying to protect? How dare you?
Have you ever encountered somebody like that? Do you get defensive during times like that? Do you feel the need to defend silver?
No, silver's not a bad idea. It's a good idea because X, Y, and Z.
I personally let go of that. I don't think silver needs to be defended. I think silver can do an excellent job defending itself. You want to know why that is? Because no matter what happens, from an economic standpoint, from a political standpoint, from a social standpoint, from whatever standpoint, silver's always going to be there. Silver's not going anywhere. Silver will always be here. It's been here thousands of years before we've been here, and it'll be here thousands of years after we're gone. Silver is always going to be here. Same goes for gold. The precious metals, I don't think they need to be defended. They know how to defend themselves. So if everyone can head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared today regarding the naysayers of the precious metals? And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller, easier to manage. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a bunch of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of the YouTube videos commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,500, and I got a brand new video dropping tonight. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations. And, of course, the limited edition DYDSS Halloween tee available in orange, gray, and purple. Only available this month for only about a week, so get one while you can. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know. Have you ever encountered a silver naysayer? Did you ever try to introduce a friend, a family member, a coworker to saving money by putting your cash into precious metals? Did you ever try to introduce the concept to somebody and they were very, very, very against the idea? They weren't just simply, not for me. They were like very anti-stacking for whatever reason. They thought it was a terrible, horrible idea. They tried to discourage you. Have you ever encountered that online? Have you seen anybody in the comment section being like,
Hey, how dare you stack silver this way, or how dare you stack that type of gold, or how dare you have that opinion about that type of metal?
Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded Yelp review.